Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. The World Bank has maintained its projection for the growth in the Jamaican economy for this year. The Latin American and Caribbean regional outlook has, however, been upgraded. Details were given by the organization's regional economist at a press briefing today.
Various global challenges, including the Russia-Ukraine crisis and tight supply chains, continue to heighten global economic concern. These forge part of the World Bank's revised global outlook for the region. At a press briefing Tuesday morning, the World Bank's chief economist for Latin America and the Caribbean, William Maloney, says the region's performance is expected to improve compared to projections in April, while Jamaica's projected growth is unchanged.
For Jamaica, we have 3.2% for this year and then falling to 2% next year. In April, we were forecasting 2.3% growth for the region, and in the end, now we're predicting more like 3%, which is a substantial increase, and that's partly due to the rise in commodity prices.
He says the high global interest rate environment, slower growth in larger economies, and a fall in commodities prices are forcing the bank to lower projections for next year from 2.2% to 1.6% for the region. Mr. Maloney says inflation for the region also remains a concern.
The median inflation rate for the region is about 6%. Of course, there are some countries, about 3 countries, that are substantially above that for particular reasons. But it's impressive that most of the countries of the region are even below the OECD, are either below the OECD levels of inflation or around them. And that is relatively good news because we're basically where everybody else is for the most part. That's not to deny that the sharp increases in food and fuel prices haven't hit poor families especially hard, and we need to address those from a policy point of view.
Meanwhile, as the world is on edge with concerns surrounding the possibility of a recession, Mr. Maloney says that is currently not in the forecast for Jamaica.
Jamaica worried about a recession. Jamaica is doing, we're forecasting 2.0% for next year, which is above the regional average. Of course, these are estimates, so things can go wrong, but at present, we're not predicting a recession.
For the Business Day, I'm Javon Keys.
Ultra-low-fare carrier Frontier Airlines is expanding its services out of the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay. The airline will start non-stop seasonal service in February 2023 to 8 new destinations. It will be the only airline connecting directly to Denver International Airport in the United States. Senior manager at Frontier, William Evans, says it's part of the airline's overall expansion strategy.
After my little announcement today, we will be tied for the largest number of destinations served nonstop out of Montego Bay. We operate the A320 and A321 Neo family, and that is growing with 116 aircraft in operation today. We have 259 on order through 2026. So we are going to triple in size, and that means we need to put our airplanes all over. So we're very excited that Montego Bay is just one of the leading destinations that we can service.
The US dollar is being sold for an average $153.61. $113.54 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $173.32 for the pound, while it's costing $152.25 for the euro. And to the stock market now, the JSE index fell by 1,429 points today, while the junior market index declined by 59 points. Among the advancers, Trans-Jamaican Highway 8% shares, QWI Investments, JMMB Group 6% US dollar shares, Epley 7.5% preference shares due 2024, and Paramount Trading Jamaica. Among the losers, Cygnus Real Estate Finance US dollar shares, Portland JSX, Epley 5% preference shares, First Rock Real Estate Investments, and Caribbean Assurance Brokers. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Good evening.